The FBI has arrested 10 officers connected to an 18-month investigation into the Bay Area Police Department. It said during the investigation, the FBI says they found a Pandora's box full of unethical and criminal behavior perpetrated by officers hired to serve the community. Now, they say over 100 FBI agents were deployed to make the arrest on Thursday, August 17th, in 3 different states: Hawaii, Texas, and Northern California. It said targeting in the raid were both active duty and former officers with the Antioch and Pittsburgh police departments. It said on August 17, 2023, a federal grand jury in San Francisco issued 4 separate indictments. It said these indictments collectively accused 10 present and former officers and staff members of the Antioch and Pittsburgh police departments and say of a range of crimes. Allegations against the officers including using excessive force while policing and also participating in an effort to defraud their employers, according to the Department of Justice. They say, ironically, the widespread investigation started as a look into the group of cops who were accused of cheating on college tests to get scores that could help them get higher salaries. Oh, okay. So all this cheating, but they always want to be watching black folk. Black folk not cheating. Listen, I always tell people, when you hire a black person actually earned it. As the FBI Special Agent in Charge, Robert Tripp, said the case has been one of the highest priorities of the San Francisco field office. They say the first indictment involved law enforcement officers Patrick James Burhan, Morteza Amory, they say Amanda Carmela Theodosi, Samantha Peterson, Ernesto Juan, Meja Orozco, they say, and Brawley Rodriguez, Jalapa, who were indicted on charges defrauding their department and plotting to have a college credit scheme to boost their earnings. The DOJ also claims in 2019 that former police officer out of Pittsburgh, Burhan, had someone else take several college courses on his behalf, leading to getting a criminal justice bachelor's degree. And after he obtained his degree, he told 5 other officers about his hookup and recommended the person who cheated for him. All these cheating scandals, huh? The indictment dealt with steroid drug dealing. It said Daniel James Harris and Devin Christopher Wegner, both of the Antioch Police Department, were charged with conspiracy to distribute anabolic steroids, possession with intent to distribute steroids, and destroying evidence. According to the DOJ, Harris possessed and attempted to possess the drugs, and Wegner attempted to delete evidence of the scheme from his cellular phone prior to handing the phone over to law enforcement officers. On May 6, 2021, at a crime scene, Williams witnessed an officer deploying a police dog for an arrest. Williams noticed a witness recording the K9 incident aftermath on a cell phone. A third indictment claims Williams confiscated and destroyed the phone. It also invokes another case where Williams allegedly warned a wiretap target. The final indictment looks at 3 police officers from Antioch. Morteza Emery, Eric, Rombro, and Devin Wegner, who deprived citizens of their rights under the color of law by engaging in a disturbing litany of civil rights violations. The defendants boasted about their illegal use of force in text messages, according to the U.S. Attorney. They say in the 29-page indictment, the defendants are accused of discussing and employing excessive force in the city of Antioch. Examples of this included K9 and a 40-millimeter launcher use. As well as unwarranted violence and sometimes as punishment which exceeded legal measures. Also accused of deliberately turning off their body cams and gathering trophies from the scene. Most ominous was a collection of racist text messages exchanged between officers that were discovered and made public. Now, the Antioch mayor, Lamar Thorpe, was outraged. He said, "I'm blown away that there were threats to my personal life in those text messages." After the indictment, Thorpe said people trusted to uphold the law allegedly breached the trust and were arrested by the FBI. Today's actions are a beginning, of the end of a long and arduous process. Today's arrests are demonstrative of the issues that are plaguing the Antioch Police Department for decades. Now, they talk about the 4th indictment also is a references to violating a victim's civil rights. Dating from 2019 to 2021. Let me tell you something. Every day the FBI could be erasing race soldiers because them people, those race soldiers, like I said, they getting in positions just to be doing those sort of things. Now, I'm glad they got off the streets. That's great. But we know every day black people in America, we don't know what day we're going to have with these race soldiers. When they pull us over, we don't know if we're getting a real police officer or we're getting a race soldier. We don't know. They use those dogs to terrorize people. I mean, it's horrible. But let me know what y'all think about this situation. Maybe some of you have dealt with those police departments. Let us know.